The American Sim Racing Club, home of the fastest growing fixed setup league on the server, the Dirt Pro Late Model Series, presented by Horsepower Happenings. Every Sunday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network, watch the server's best battle for more than 50 laps at some of the nation's most grueling tracks. From the Bristol Dirt to the Charlotte Dirt Track, Kern County to Fairbury, over 24 drivers a week put it on the line for a shot at over $600 in the championship points fund. Join us every Sunday night at 9:30 for the ASRC Dirt Pro Late Model Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to the show. Tonight we have a good one here. Of course, it is the ASRC, American Sim Racing Club Pro Late Models. Tonight, these drivers taking on their fourth challenge of the season. These guys head to the virtual Lernerville Speedway to take on the kind of shorter track, the shortest track so far we've seen this season. And of course, Lernerville only has the wall on the front stretch. Drivers are going to have to navigate that top side, that top cushion, and not push it over the edge. I like to say it's like teetering in a rocking chair, folks. You want to lean back as far as you can, but not go over. So we'll see who can lean the furthest and park it down on the front stretch when it is all said and done. Tonight, our normal race procedures, that is 3-lap group qualifying. Then we will head into 4 heat races, top 4 of those heat races, moving on to the main event automatically. Then we will have, I believe with the car count tonight, 2 B mains, top 3 from those B mains making the show. And then we have our first non-50 lap feature, the distance 60 laps here tonight at Lernerville Speedway. That will do it for the main event as we get wrapped up in practice here. Justin Thompson in the 98T with the quick time. We'll see what he can do here in qualifying, as group number 1 includes the 66 of Jordan Tucker, 45 of Andrew Hardings, and the 05 of Nicholas McDougall. So we will take a look here, try and find who is rolling out on the speedway first. We'll try and pick up this guy. It is the 66, that being piloted by Jordan Tucker here tonight. Tucker, of course, making the big dance last week at Knoxville and getting that thing up to speed as quickly as he can. As Jordan Tucker, you get a whole out lap here at Lernerville, so these drivers get a lot of time to wind up these race cars, as qualifying has now kicked off. Jordan Tucker here at the start finish line. The 66 is on the clock. Tucker here, lap number 1, ripping the top side already. We'll see if anyone moves from up top here, as Jordan Tucker actually lap number 1. I guess not giving them an out lap right here. Tucker with the quick time right now of 15.17. Right now, Nicholas McDougall sits second with a 15.71, so a huge time difference between the two. Let's take a look at the other car out on the speedway. It's the 05 machine, that being piloted by Nicholas McDougall. McDougall still not finally able to find some speed, able to get down to a 15.18. And our last car in this group, the 45 machine, for sale right there, Andrew Hardings bringing that thing pit side. Hardings with a decent lap of 15.19. We'll see how that will hang on. But right now, Jordan Tucker at the top with a sub 15 of 14.88. Our next group out here rolling on the speedway, I believe we have the 9 machine, Dan Lloyd. Looks like Joseph Grandy, though, already out on the track. Grandy, lap number 1 down. He throws down to 15.85, so it seems like lap number 1 definitely 100% a throwaway lap, as they do count that first out lap once they get out of pit. So this will be more of a respective time. Grandy goes P number 2 on lap number 2. Joseph Grandy with a 5:18, but Nick Baum now to the top in the 002. Baum out here running the select shows. I know he likes Lernerville, showing on up here tonight. Right now, Nick Baum with the quick time with a 14.76. Then our last car in this group is the 46, that being piloted by Kenny Haight. Haight right now 4th quick with a 15.15. Looks like Haight will bring it off pit side, but that would do it for the first 2 groups. And right now, Nick Baum at the top of the timing and scoring here tonight. So we take a look here at the 91 FMS Rapid Graphixs machine. This is being piloted by Aaron Kirby, lap number 1. They're counting this first one, so these drivers definitely throwaway lap. Like I said before, throw away that first one, but here we go on a more accurate time lap. Now for the 91, it is Aaron Kirby. Kirby going all the way down to that inside grass, trying to make that corner as short as possible. We'll see how it rock and rolls here as he heads through 3 and 4 right in the middle. Aaron Kirby will go to a 15.17 right now. Also in this group here, the 37 machine of Brandon Marlowe. Marlowe up front late last race, then got into trouble. Can he hold on here for a little bit longer of a race though? Brandon Marlowe, will have to see what he has. Also in this group, 3rd quick right now. Now goes to 4th quick, pulling off on the backside. That is Dan Lloyd, a part of the HotLap Heros stable. Lloyd sits P number 4 here at the moment. So rolling out on the track is the 43 machine. That is Davin Markham. Markham out here, part of the HotLap Heros stable. So in this group, we have Markham, Tallarico, and Bobby Manley as Davin Markham, lap number 1. Not the lap he probably wanted, so Markham gonna look for a lot more speed here in lap number 2. You did see him get bobbled just a little bit off of turn number 4. We'll see how much that affects this second lap here as Markham to the start finish line. He will jump up to only 10th here at the moment. Also out on Speedway, the number 1 quick time machine, that being piloted by Tanner Tallarico, returning back to the dirt. Tallarico, of course, cuts his teeth on the asphalt side of things, but sees what Ron Hart's doing and trying to do a little bit of the same as Tallarico goes now up to P5, so that's a great lap. Same with the 3M machine of Bobby Mattingly. Mattingly just gets in the top 5 there with a 14.97, so great lap by the 3M being piloted by Bobby Mattingly. We head now down to the grandstand side as Ron Hart getting that 51 up to speed. Ron Hart tying a career best finish last week at Knoxville, able to walk home with a 3rd place. What kind of momentum can he carry on over to Lernerville? Ron Hart, lap number 1, of course. These are kind of to get up to speed, so we'll keep an eye on Hart here as he gets his first up to speed lap here in the 51 machine. Hart kind of middle to top line at both ends. We'll see how that works out for the 51. Hart, lap number 1, good enough for P number 7. Then we take a look at the 53 machine. This is piloted by Cam Tucker out here tonight. Tucker right now goes to P5, so a great lap from the 53 of Cam Tucker. Cam Tucker, missing out at Knoxville here, but Justin Thompson showing out the strength here tonight. Thompson, quickest in practice, 2nd quick here, 3rd quick as Cam Tucker able to go to the top. Tucker goes to the top with a 14.75 as Justin Thompson. A lot of sponsors on that 98T machine, but man, what a lap from Cameron Tucker out here. As we look to our next group, next car we'll take a look at is the 13T, our 2-time and defending champion. He has TNT motors on there, T-Mat Speed Shop, and FMS Rapid Graphixs. It is Trevor Manley already up on the top. Man, how did he not set a right rear over there in 1 and 2? He's trying to get as much momentum as he can and made 3 and 4 about as wide as you can as he went all the way to the top, now driving that thing back down to the bottom. This is a good lap from Trevor Mattingly, who will jump up to P number 4, a 14.82 from the 13T. Then we had also in this group, I believe, the 33 machine of Richard Murtaugh. Murtaugh winning the last 2 weeks, already done with qualifying, only good for a P number 8. Also in this group was the 888 coming back here tonight after a week off. That is Jacob Smith, part of the HotLap Hero gang. We have the 96 Upstate car here. It has the boss man on the back. It is Al Smith Jr. here trying to take on the tricky track of Lernerville. Al not making the show last week, couldn't get a car out there in time, having some issues with the car at loading up, so Al able to get all those things worked on out here at Lernerville. We'll see what Al can do here on his first real lap here in the 96 machine. Al Smith will go to still only 20th with a little bit of an issue there. Now we'll take a look at the next guy. It is the 111 machine, Clay Atwood. Of course, another driver in the HotLap Heros table, but lap number 2 not up to where he would like. It looks like maybe this track going away here. Then the other car we had in group was Mark Mitchell here in the 07 machine. Looking very sweet with those new colors. That scheme definitely popping out here. Can't wait to see it under the lights here tonight. As we get next cars rocking and rolling, first car we'll take a look at is the number 11 machine, part of the premier setup shop drivers here tonight. It is the 11 of Shane Yates. Yates lap number 1 in the books, but here is the more important lap. Lap number 2, as he's kind of running right through that fluffy soft stuff. We'll have to see what kind of lap he can do there, because it seems like most guys running either the bottom or the top in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 seems like everyone's trying to just find that little bit of extra speed. Yates, though, will draw up a great lap of 14.85 from the 11 lap number 1. Also in this group is the 16 machine, Tucker Holiday, able to improve lap number 2. He sits right on the good side of the bubble, though, sits 15th, so if he can stay there, he'll lead the green 2 heat race number 2. As Tucker Holiday, though, improves to P number 7. Great lap from the 16 machine. Then we head to the 88 north side towing on the car. Deadshot wiring from Fairgrove, Michigan. It is Chuck Darling out here tonight trying to make the dance. Chuck Darling right now, though, 21st quick. As we get our final group of cars rocking and rolling out to the speedway. First car we're taking a look at here is a 789 Designs car of Garrett Marshall. Marshall out here made the show last week, hoping to do the same again tonight. With the car count, looks like we'll be sending 6 cars home, so not the crazy amount, but kind of consistent to what we've been seeing. So 6 very talented drivers gonna not make the show here tonight. Lap number 1 in the book for Marshall, not the lap he wanted. We'll see what the full up to song lap can do from the 789 Designs machine. He's off turn number 4. Marshall will go to a P number 17, just miss out on the invert, so he's gonna have to find a little bit more speed, as Cade Gailey in this number 27 machine able to get into the top 16. Gailey right now sits a solid 13th, so Gailey happy with that lap, gonna go for some more here. And then the other car we have in this group is the 01 machine of Michael Blessens, part of the Premier Boys. Blessens able to sit just outside the top 10 in P number 11. So we head to our final qualifier here tonight. It is the 92 machine of Casey Childers. Childers out here getting that thing wound up on the top side here. I believe making his first ever start with the league here, so he's trying to make a name for himself. Childers off of turn number 4. He's up to song here. Where will he go? He'll go up to that top side, run kind of in his own groove, right back in his tire tracks from lap number 1. That's going to need at least a 15.02 to make into the invert. Right now, that lap not doing a 15.27, lap number 2. Final time around for the 92 machine. Childers looking for some speed. He needs about 2/10. Can he do it at the start finish line? Childers shaves off just a 1/10 and a half, though. 21st for the 92 machine. And that will do it here in qualifying. Cam Tucker with a quick time. So huge congratulations to the 53 and that whole team, as they will definitely be excited with that run, able to walk away with the quick time with a 14.76, just beating out Nick Baum with a 7.7. So great qualifying there, as we now head over to heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 being presented by FMS Rapid Graphixs. FMS Rapid Graphixs offers vinyl, banner, signs, and other marketing solutions including virtual and real-world wraps and design services. Find FMS Rapid Graphixs on Facebook. And I tell you what, they do a great job. There's a lot of great cars out here with some FMS logos on the car, but we get ready now to head trackside to run through tonight's starting order for heat race number 1, being presented by FMS Rapid Graphixs. Richard Murtaugh, the Rocket, leading the field to green in the 33, has won the last 2 weeks. Can he go for 3 in a row? To his outside one of his teammates, it's a 16 machine of Tucker Holliday. Row number 2, we have Team Matt, Trevor Mattingly in the 13T, rolling off in third, with 4th going to our quick time here tonight, the 53 machine of Cam Tucker. 5th will be the 27 machine of Cade Gailey, with 6th going to the 51 of Ron Hart. Rolling off 7th is the 789 Designs car of Garrett Marshall, and back in 8th is the 111 of Clay Atwood. We head to the last row here tonight, starting P number 9, the 88 of Chuck Darling. Then starting shotgun on the field here in heat race number 1, it's the 96 machine, the boss man, Al Smith Jr. So that will do it for the lineup for heat race number 1, being, of course, presented by FMS Rapid Graphixs. Here we go here. Murtaugh, Holiday, front row. Murtaugh will wait a little bit here as, sorry, we get the 1 to go this time by. I'm already confused, and we're only on heat race number 1 here tonight. As this time by, we get the lights out around the speedway and get ready to rock and roll. 10 cars trying to make the top 4 to lock themselves on in. And I heard we might have only 3 heat races, so that means some extra cars will go from the B main, but we will find out here as we continue to go on through here tonight. Right now, though, heat race number 1 getting ready to rock and roll. The pace truck's off on the speedway, and Murtaugh leading the way. Murtaugh on the loud pedal. We go green flag racing here in FMS Rapid Graphixs heat race number 1. So Murtaugh right now over Holiday. Trevor Mattingly trying to find a little bit of traction down on that inside lane. He'll go all the way up the door to Holiday, and Cam Tucker jumps the berm there on the front stretch just a little bit. Oh man, here we go. Contact between the leaders. 3 of them there as Trevor Mattingly, I think, gets into the side of Holiday, and that collects Murtaugh as well. So tough break for 3 cars, probably pretty comfortably in the transfer spot, as we'll take a look here and see what happened off of turn number 2. So we'll keep an eye on the battle for second there. Trevor Mattingly down low, Tucker Holliday up front, Murtaugh getting the 33 leading the way. It looks like Trevor Mattingly tried a big slider. They make contact, and with Holliday hooked on the right rear of Mattingly, that was enough to just clip the left rear of Murtaugh, and that sends him on around as well. So 3 very fast cars now to the back here, as Holliday able to keep that car straight enough. He will take over the race lead. Then it goes Cam Tucker, Ron Hart, Cade Gailey. Right now sits the top 4. So here we go. This time by, we get our first dose of the Delaware double foul restart. Leader out front by himself, then second gets to choose high or low. Third will slot in wherever that second place car does not choose, and then the rest of the field slides in where iRacing tells them. As this time by, the lights go on out. We'll try and go back to green flag racing here at Lernerville. FMS Rapid Graphixs heat race number 1 under our first yellow flag here. Contact between the 13, 16, and then collecting the 33. So we'll have to see how these guys can get back up through the field in a hurry. But out in front, Tucker Holliday has control of the restart. He will jump on it here, and we go back to green flag racing action here as Holliday away with a great start. Cam Tucker now going to try and slide up in front of Hart. Hart going to try and motor on that top side here. Hart will slide on into second. Cam Tucker takes over second. Ron Hart will slide into third, and then Cade Gailey Garrett Marshall side by side for that last transfer spot. Don't look too far back now. Richard Murtaugh is right there, gonna try and race his way on in. Murtaugh right on the back bumper. He will dive it down in there deep. He will almost make contact with Garrett Marshall. How did they not make contact? As once again, 3 wide here in heat race number 1. Murtaugh will try and slide it, gets a big push and more contact there as Murtaugh kind of forced the issue. Didn't get that front end descent, slid all the way up to the racetrack, almost to the door of the 111 of Clay Atwood. Now Garrett Marshall will try and dive it on in there, and you can see that top side has, it's Murtaugh will get caught on the nose of the 111. He will get caught on the nose of Al Smith, and we get our second yellow flag here tonight, as that seemed to be kind of an accordion effect there as Clay Atwood, Richard Murtaugh getting together here on the front stretch. We take a look at the turn 3 racing replay here and take a look here. Murtaugh will clear just at the last second off the nose of Clay Atwood. Atwood having no time to react, and that sends the 33 machine up into the wall, especially getting those rear tires lifted on up, and Al Smith having nowhere to go. And that could have been a lot worse, but some big names with some damage, as it looks like Murtaugh will bring it on to pit side, and that will be a tough break for our 2-time race winner and defending race winner here, Richard Murtaugh. Gonna have his work cut out for him heading to one of the B mains here tonight. So Holiday still out in front. Cam Tucker second. Ron Hart third. Cade Gailey able to hold off that hard battle right behind him. Now this could open up the door for Al Smith and maybe Garrett Marshall here once again. As we will have a green-white checker to the end of heat race number 1. As we get ready to rock and roll here. Green-white checker will keep an eye here on the battle for that last transfer spot. It's about to get wild for that. Green flag back out, and we go back racing here. We take a look here at the transfer spot. Truck Darling right there trying to get a nose to the inside. Can he have something to say about it as he will go on in? Trevor Madley gets in the back of Garrett Marshall. They go 3 wide on the front stretch, somehow able to make it work as, contact, a lot of it as we go 4 wide. More contact in the back. 2 cars goes on around on the back stretch here, but off of turn number 4, Tucker Holiday picks up heat number 1 win, being presented by FMS Rapid Graphixs. Cade Gailey able to hang on to a transfer spot, but calamity here early at Lernerville as we have a lot of hard racing, and man, it is getting cranked up to 11 here quickly as Tucker Holiday does another lap. He will park it and feel pretty good coming into the feature event here as we get ready for heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 being presented by, of course, the American All-Star Crate Late Model Series. The Mid-South's most prestigious pro late model series is the American All-Stars, racing in Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, and more. Find an event near you and be sure to look out on their Facebook page for their 2024 schedule as we get ready to rock and roll here in heat race number 2. We got cars rolling out on to the track, and we'll head over tonight's starting lineup for the American All-Star Crate Late Models heat race number 2. Michael Blessings in the 01 machine will lead the field to green. To his outside will be the 66 machine of Jordan Tucker. Row number 2 will be the 11 of Shane Yates starting on the inside, and to his outside is Nick Baum in that 02 machine. Rolling off P number 5 will be the 888 of Jacob Smith, with Dan Lloyd in the 9 rolling off 6th. 7th is the 518 of Joseph Grandy. 8th going to the 46 of Kenny Haight. Starting shotgun here in heat race number 2 is the 45 machine of Andrew Hardings. That will do it for the lineup here as we get the 1 to go signal. Next time by, we go green flag racing for the American All-Star Crate Late Model Series Heat Race number 2. Blessings down low in the 01. Jordan Tucker up top in the 66. Blessings jumps on the loud pedal here, and we turn him loose as they will dive down into turn number 1. The 88 of Jacob Smith trying to go where people have not been successful. That is all the way down on the inside lane, trying to get that car to rotate. You can definitely see the change in banking here tonight compared to those inside to top lanes, especially in 3 and 4. That top lane's definitely where you want to be at. So Blessings away here with a little bit of advantage. Then we head to our transfer spot that is heating on up. Yates maybe stuck in the non-preferred line. He's stuck in the middle, but not able to make it quite work as these cars able to motor by on the top side. Now Yates finds an opening on the top side. Yates' last car in from the heat race here. He sits P number 4. Dane Lloyd, though, able to rip that top side. He is all over the back bumper, now the 11. Great battle for the transfer spot as Blessings has a slight advantage over Jordan Tucker, but Blessings seems to be kind of bottling up the field as now Jordan Tucker goes to the inside of Blessings. Battle for the race lead here. Tucker not able to get the momentum put down off of turn number 2. What can he do here in 3 and 4? Nick Baum up and over the banking. He will go from a safe transfer spot now outside looking in. So Baum, like I said, folks, that is all it takes to just push that little bit more. Have a car maybe in front of you. You can lose concentration in a heartbeat of where that right rear is. And that's what we saw Baum do. Just put that right rear on over and loses about 5 spots here in just a heat race. We keep an eye here on the battle for the race lead as this time by we will see the white flag. 1 more lap to go and everyone already up on the top side. Jordan Tucker goes all the way to the top, tries to get a big run. Does he have a slider in mind? Yes, he does. He'll look out. He will throw it on in there here. Blessings with the crossover, and Blessings will pick up the win in heat race number 2. Dan Lloyd, the last car in the top 4 to make the transfer. So great heat race number 2 goes flag to flag. We'll have to see how heat race number 3 shapes up. Speaking about heat race number 3, it is being presented by Pay to Win Setups. When you're not racing with the fixed setups leagues of ASRC, find the consistent speed you need with Pay to Win Setups. Specializing in paved and dirt oval setups, Pay to Win also offers coaching with personalized setups. As we head down trackside to go over our Pay to Win Setups heat race number 3 starting lineup. Starting on the pole will be the 3M machine of Bobby Mattingly. To his outside, the 43 of Davin Markham. Rolling off P number 3, the 37, Brandon Marlowe. With to his outside, he has been very strong in qualifying, showing it off here once again. The 98T of Justin Thompson rolling off in 4th. 5th will be the 1 car of Tanner Tallarico, with the 91 of Aaron Kirby rolling off 6th. 7th is Casey Childers in the 92 with Nicholas McDougall in the 05 rolling off 8th. And starting shotgun on the field in heat race number 3 will be the 07 machine of Mark Mitchell. So that will do it here for the starting lineup of the Pay to Win Setups heat race number 3. We will have to see how Bobby Manley can fire on off. It seems like that inside lane still having the advantage for at least that first half of the lap. What will go here as we saw heat race number 2 quickly go straight to the top side. We'll have to see how this one shakes on out. Mattingly down low, Markham up top. Here we go. Heat race number 3 is live, and Bobby Manley gets away with a great start. Absolutely no pressure from behind. Brandon Marlowe may try and slide into P number 2 here as he won't quite clear of the 43 machine. Maybe being a little bit helpful to his teammate, not trying to slide across the nose of him and cost him any of that valuable time. Right there is just the battle for that last transfer spot. These guys all in at the moment. First car on the outside looking in is the 91 machine of Aaron Kirby. So Kirby trying to find some speed a little bit further back. 3 wide race in action as Tanner Tallarico up top, Nicholas McDougall in the middle, and Casey Childers in the 92 working that inside lane. A little bit of contact, some more contact. Tanner Tallarico goes up and over, and oh man, Tallarico not going to be happy with that one as they just ran out of racing room. I don't know if Childers realized there were 3 wide or not, but he definitely left only room for a car length up top. It's now Davin Markham. We go back to that transfer spot as Bobby Manley with a healthy lead, about half a second over Brandon Marlowe, Justin Thompson in third, Davin Markham fourth, and Aaron Kirby sits in fifth. First car on the outside looking in, so Kirby trying to get this last spot here, not have to go to any of the B mains and have to worry about what the future could hold, as we have some pretty fast cars in the B main with some struggles there in their heat races. This time by, we see popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more laps to go around the Lernerville Speedway for heat race number 3. Bobby Manley still out in front. We keep an eye though on this battle for the last transfer spot. As this time by, we see the white felt out on the speedway. 1 more lap to go in the pay to win setups heat race number 3. Aaron Kirby with a big slider, Davin Markham with the crossover, more contact, trouble in the back as, oh, it's big time contact as they will try and clear the slider, but Aaron Kirby able to hang on over Davin Markham. A little bit of big time hits, big time sliders by those guys, but further on back, Casey Childers with some damage, same with the the 05 of McDougall. So a lot of tempers there as we head to our 1 of 2 last chance races here tonight. As we head over trackside here, heat race, sorry, I keep on thinking we have 4 heat races. We only had 3 with the card number we had. So last chance qualifier number 2 being presented by HotLap Heros. Break the mold of just being some HotLap Hero. Work with drivers like Jacob Laster, Brandon Marlowe, Dan Lloyd, and others to become a true race winning contender and not just a HotLap Hero. Be sure to hit up Marlowe, Lloyd, or others to be part of that stable, because we have a lot of cars in that group as we get ready here for last chance qualifier number 1 of the night. Top 5 making their way into the show. So let's find out who's out here in last chance qualifier number 1 and who may be the 5 that we take. Richard Murtaugh, the Rocket, and the 33 machine will lead the field to green to his outside. The 43 machine of Davin Markham. Row number 2 on the inside is the 46 of Kenny Haight, with Clay Atwood in the 111 rolling off in 4th. 5th being the 1 of Tanner Tallarico. 6th is Jacob Smith in the 888. 7th is Al Smith Jr. And rolling off shotgun here is the 05 of Nicholas McDougall. So 8 cars trying to make the 5-car transfer spot. Who do you have making it? Who do you have going home? As when it's all said and done from this race, 3 drivers not continuing their night. Their night will end a little bit premature. 12 laps distance here as we take a look at the front row. Murtaugh down low, Markham up top. Murtaugh will jump on it here, and we turn him loose here in last chance qualifier number 1. Away we go. Tallarico not able to get the front end set. That will slow him out up 3 wide here as Tallarico in the middle. Jacob Smith, Tallarico get stuck together. They somehow keep it going. Now McDougall will door check Tallarico. Tallarico will bring it sliding on the front stretch, and we see the yellow flag fly for the first time here in the last chance qualifying. So we'll take a look here. We saw it live, but contact between the 05 and the 1, as you can see already trouble starting here in 3 and 4. Tallarico and Smith getting together. Somehow Smith kept that car from jumping the banking. Then maybe McDougall, he kept it kind of low. I don't think Tallarico realized the 05 was going to have that big of a run. Tried to, keep it away from the 88, and they just make contact, meet right in the middle, and that will send the 1 of Tallarico to the back. So 2 laps in the book, still 10 laps to go as Murtaugh out in front. I believe we are choosing this time. Maybe not. I believe next time we will choose here It looks like Markham already up on the top lane. If I was a betting man, I would bet the 43 machine would take that top side. As we get ready to rock and roll here, Markham does indeed take that top side. So we will get ready to rock and roll here. As like I said before, everyone keeping their cars fairly clean here early, but still quite a bit of distance to go. 10 laps still in the books. Top 5 making the show right now on the bubble is that row of Al Smith Jr., Clay Atwood, but through 3 and 4, Murtaugh will jump on it again. And we go back green flag racing in last chance qualifier number 1. Murtaugh away with a great start. Haight able to get clear of Markham, so Markham will slide back to 3rd. Al Smith now trying to get around Clay Atwood for that 5th position, trying not to be that bubble driver. As they make contact on the front stretch, Al Smith and Atwood with some contact, as that allows Markham to scurry on away and get out of that battle. As now Clay Atwood goes up and over the banking. Al Smith didn't give him much room, but Markham with the mistake there. Here comes Jacob Smith. So Al Smith and Jacob Smith. Now Al may be having an issue there. You saw that car get big time out of sorts, and that is a bummer for the 96. As we had now McDougal now in the show. Now Tallarico and Jacob Smith battling for that last transfer spot. A lot happening around the transfer spots. Murtaugh able to check on out over Kenny Haight, who will make a mistake in this group. It goes McDougal, Tallarico on the bubble, then Jacob Smith. So we keep our eyes glued on this transfer battle here, as it looks like Al Smith able to close on in just a little bit, but he's running out of time. As this time by, these drivers will see 5 laps to go. Bottom 3 being sent on home. You don't want to be 6th on back if you can help it here. As out in front, we'll take a look at our race leader. Murtaugh has the way now. Jacob Smith trying to find a way around Tallarico. Smith tries to make that inside line work. Nothing doing. He'll back it right back up to that cushion and try and build back up that momentum in the 888. So big time battle for that last transfer spot here. Tallarico trying to make the show for the first time this season. Jacob Smith trying to make all the shows that he's started so far. It is gonna be a wild one, as Murtaugh still out in front with a healthy lead over Kenny Haight. Davin Markham 3rd, Nicholas McDougal 4th, Tanner Tallarico 5th, Jacob Smith 6th, Al Smith Jr. 7th, Clay Atwood right now in 8th, and Atwood, unless we get a yellow, will probably be out of tonight's race. Here we go. One more time around the Lernerville Speedway for 3 drivers here tonight, as Tallarico able to get some gap from Jacob Smith. He just has to have one good 3 and 4. We take a look here at the front. Richard Murtaugh will pick up the win. We have a little bit further back. Tanner Tallarico goes on defensive line. Tallarico will make the show here tonight. He will pick up 5th. So goes Murtaugh, Haight, Markham, McDougal, Tallarico. Al Smith won't make it. Same with Jacob Smith, and Clay Atwood will do it for the night. So bummer for those bottom 3 as we get ready for our final last chance qualifier. Of course, last chance qualifier is being presented by HotLap Heros, but of course we got to give a shout out to one of our other race sponsors. That is, of course, TNT Engines. Looking for power in your racing car? TNT Engines will find the speed in your American Kart Racing Association clone engine, with rebuilds and tuning to the maximum specs while remaining within a car rules. Call 270-699-1580 to find out more. And then we head over to our starting lineup here in our last chance qualifier. Last chance qualifier number 2 looks like the following. The 518 machine of Joseph Grandy leading the field to green. To his outside is a 789 car of Garrett Marshall. Rolling off in P number 3 is the 07 of Mark Mitchell. 4th will go to the 02 machine of Nick Baum. Chuck Darling in the 88 will roll off 5th. 6th will be the 92 of Casey Childers. 7th, Andrew Hardington, the 45, and starting shotgun. And last chance qualifier number 2 is the 13T, T-Matt himself, Trevor Mattingly. So we'll keep an eye here. Trevor Mattingly gonna have to go some distance to make the show. Top 5 once again making the dance. 3 cars going on home, and we'll end their night early. Front row, Grandy, Marshall. Here we go. Grandy on the loud pedal. We go green flag racing here in last chance qualifier number 2. Grandy away with a good start. Garrett Marshall, though, holding his own on that top side. He will close to the back bumper of Grandy as he gets a good run down the backstretch. Nick Baum right there as well. Baum will get around Mark Mitchell and then go right to that middle lane. Mark Mitchell, will follow him right there in that middle lane. So we will have to see how this works on out. Not sure what happened to him, but Trevor Mattingly sits way back on the field, having to do a lot of digging to get out of that hole as we see a battle for second here. Nick Baum trying to work over the inside of the 789 car. Baum, of course, tonight's second quick, now having to make up a lot of time, able to be at least in a transfer spot. So Baum, that's all he has to do here to keep his night going, stay within the top 5. As Joseph Grandy doing a great job out in front. That Longhorn 518 machine looking very sporty here in last chance qualifier number 2. Baum has a nose to the top side. Here he comes, Nick Baum, high side and handsome, and he is on the move. I tell you what, folks, he is chasing down our race leader, Joseph Grandy. Last chance qualifier number 2 here, about halfway done. This time by, they will see the cross flags as Nick Baum has gotten to the back bumper, now looking to the inside for the race lead here as we get cross flags here, halfway down, halfway home. A little bit further back, one car goes around. Casey Childers will get clipped, I believe, by the 13T of Trevor Mattingly. We'll take a look here, see what happened to Childers. So running that middle lane here, a little bit less momentum than Chuck Darling up on the top side. Then Childers will try and really back it on in there. Chuck Darling not realizing how much he's throwing it on in there sideways and just gets the back bumper of him. And then Trevor Mattingly maybe with a little bit of damage. We'll have to try and take a look at the 13T. And yeah, you can see that nose lifted on up, so some damage to the front nose of Trevor Mattingly. How will this affect his handling? But at the moment with that, Mattingly is the last car in at the moment. Can he keep it there? As this is where it gets wild here. Alrighty, fans. Thanks again to everyone tuning on in here live to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Turn 3 Racing Network throughout the week has a lot of great broadcasters, a lot of great streams, and of course, a lot of great racing series to cover here. Be sure to check out Turn 3 Racing Network throughout the week for all your sim virtual racing needs. As up front, Joseph Grandy leading the way, Nick Baum in second. Looks like Baum will take the outside lane. That will move Garrett Marshall into that third position on the inside lane. How will this shake on out here as in the closing stages we go back green flag racing and the HotLap Heroes last chance qualifier number 2. Grandy gets away with a great start here. Baum will rip that top side. He will get clear of Garrett Marshall. Where does Marshall go? He will go back to that middle line. That has Mark Mitchell right on his back bumper. Mitchell and Mattingly battling for that 4th position. Right now, Trevor Mattingly last car in, so he needs to work. He might want to try and get around this 07 machine just to get a little bit of extra breathing room in case he doesn't have to be on the bubble. Now, Mattingly will go to the top side, try and take that run away from the 93. We have a battle for the transfer spot on our hands as last yellow, Casey Childers, able to run back up to the back bumper of the 13T. Popsicle 6 in the air. 2 more laps to go around the Lernerville Speedway. Mitchell trying to make that car as wide as possible. Driver Mattingly able to get to the top side though. Mattingly up top. Mitchell down low. Mitchell will throw a big slider. Mattingly will try and get clear. No, he won't. He'll make contact. Mitchell will go on around from a transfer spot. That is a heartbreak for the 07. He was on the inside looking good, but that's not the case, as now Casey Childers will get the last transfer spot, but picking up the win here tonight in HotLap Heros. Last chance qualifier number 2 is the O2 machine of Nick Baum. Baum doing a great job on that top side, able to get around Grandy after that last restart from the top side. Alrighty, folks, we'll be right back after commercial break. After that, we'll be talking to our B main winners. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
The American Sim Racing Club, home of the fastest growing fixed setup league on the server, the Dirt Pro Late Model Series, presented by Horsepower Happenings. Every Sunday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network, watch the server's best battle for more than 50 laps at some of the nation's most grueling tracks. From the Bristol Dirt to the Charlotte Dirt Track, Kern County to Fairbury, over 24 drivers a week put it on the line for a shot at over $600 in the championship points fund. Join us every Sunday night at 9:30 for the ASRC Dirt Pro Late Model Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
Alrighty, folks, we'll pick it up here with B main number 1 winner, that being the 33 machine of Richard Murtaugh. Richard, you got a copy of Breath Jet in the booth here?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty, man. A tough road ahead of you here tonight, having a tough heat race, but able to pick up the B main win. I mean, tell us how you think your night's going to go here at Lernerville. Very tough track and 60 laps ahead of you. Can you do the job and go 3 in a row?
We'll see. We start pretty deep. Got 60 laps to get it done. So I think we got a really good shot at this. As long as we can keep our nose clean and avoid the wrecks, we should be really good. We felt like we should have won the heat, and the heat race it was just kind of one of them deals, but this is what it is. We ended up getting the win and feeling pretty comfortable, so we'll see what we got at the end of the 60.
Alrighty, 60 laps, our longest race yet of the season lap-wise. I mean, what's your game plan going ahead tonight? Seems like everyone's really digging that top lane, but probably to get around people, you might have to go to the bottom, especially where you're starting.
It's just gonna be trying to pass everyone at different lines and stuff. Like if you follow someone here, then there's absolutely no way you're gonna be able to pass anyone. But you just gotta kind of jump out of line, make passes when you can, and jump back in line. So this is gonna be the game plan. Just kind of get near the front early on, and then slow the pace back down to save our tires. So yeah, go for it the first 30, and then slow it down and get ready for the very end.
Alrighty, Richard. Well, best of luck to you. Before we let you go, though, I'm sure there's some people you got to shout out to here on the car or maybe watching at home.
Yeah, all the guys back at the Premier Racing Setup Discord, Tucker, Michael, Shane, all them guys who have been giving me some advice, helping out, and doing a little bit of testing for me. Like I said, Premier Racing Setups, Rocket Racing Graphics, 180 Flood Drive Properties, Armor Racing, Unrivaled Photography, VP Racing Fuels, Outlaw Virtual Graphic Designs, and like usual, you're putting this on, all the admins and everyone for watching.
Alrighty, Richard. Best of luck to you. That was the Rocket. Alrighty, we head now down to B main number 2 winner, Nick Baum. Nick, do you got a copy? It's Breath Jet in the booth here.
I'm here.
Alrighty, Nick. Very quick in qualifying. You just get beaten out for the quick time, then having those heat race issues, kind of like we talked to Murtalk a little bit with it, but able to come back, pick up the B main win. That thing seemed like it was on rails on the top side. Nick, what's the game plan going in for the future?
To be honest, I feel like last week we were in the same position, and I used my stuff up a little early, trying to get to the front as fast as I could. So I might try to hang around the back for a little while and eventually make my way up there. It's kind of hard charging through here at Lernerville, especially with all the guys that are going to be racing and starting to fall back in the VR. So I'm just going to have to plan my passes and be smart about it. I think the top's definitely going to be the place to be for a while. The bottom might come eventually, but we're going to have to be ripping the lip to get to the front.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's going to be exciting to watch. Nick, your race is in your hands, so best of luck to you. Before we let you go, I want to hand over the mic to you and thank who you got to thank here for that B main win.
First of all, I got to thank you and RT as usual. You for putting on the broadcast. All the guys put on this league. It's a lot of fun. It gives me something to do on my Sunday nights. So really looking forward to this feature, and thank you.
Alrighty, Nick. Best of luck to you here, and we'll let you go and get in the car. Nick, good luck
Thank
here.
you.
Alrighty, folks, that was Nick Baum, B main #2 winner, as we get ready to go racing here trackside. And we got cars lined
All
up.
right, guys,
Let's
15
get
big
everyone
laps
fired
ahead
on up. Alrighty, folks, we head on trackside to head to tonight's starting lineup. Tucker Holliday in the 16 machine will lead the field to the green flag to his outside. One of his teammates is the one of Michael Blessings. Row number 2 rolling off in 3 is the 3M, that is Bobby Madley. And 4th, our quick time here tonight, the 53 machine of Cam Tucker. Rolling off 5th will be the 66 of Jordan Tucker. 7th, the 6th, the 37 machine of Brandon Marlowe. Actually, rolling off 7th is the 51 of Ron Hart. The 11 car of Shane Yates will be 8th. 9th going to the 98T of Justin Thompson. 10th is Cade Gailey in the 27. 11th is the 9 machine of Dan Lloyd. 12th is Aaron Kirby in the 91. 13th is Richard Murtaugh, the Rocket, in the 33, with Nick Baum in the 02 rolling off 14. 15th is Kenny Haight in the 46. 16th going to Joseph Grandy in the 518. 17th is Davin Markham. 18th is Garrett Marshall. 19th going to Nicholas McDougall. 20th is Trevor Mattingly. 21st is Tanner Tallarico. 22nd is Casey Childers. And that will round out the field here tonight for our starting lineup here for the 60-lap main event here tonight at Lernerville Speedway. These drivers, of course, doing 60 green flag laps, that is, as we get ready to rock and roll here. Tucker Holliday out in front, Michael Blessings to his outside. As we get ready to rock and roll, it is everyone's favorite time. We head 4 wide here. It is the 4 wide salute here, being presented by the American Sim Racing Club Pro Late Model Series. These guys, of course, got a shout out to all of our sponsors, that being Horsepower Happenings, FMS Rapid Graphixs, American All-Star Crate Late Model Series, HotLap Heros, and Pay to Win setups, as well as TNT Racing Engines. As this time by the field giving you the wave, giving you salute. You wanted some of the best, you got them here as the Pro Late Model 4 wide salute here from race number 4 at Lernerville. As man, that sight is awesome to see here. Those cars looking oh so good under the lights here tonight at Lernerville Speedway. But I tell you what, folks, these cars will not look as nice by the end of this 60-lap main event as we get everyone settled on into their right starting spots here. And I believe this time we will see if we do, in fact, get the 1-to-go signal. So next time by, we turn them loose for 60 laps. Tonight's A main being, of course, presented by our title sponsor, HotLap, Horsepower Happenings, as we are getting that all messed up. I'm sure Zach's going to love me from that one. But here we get ready, rock and roll. Tucker Holiday on the loud pedal here. We go green flag racing here tonight at Lernerville for the A main event. Holiday gets away with a great start. Blessings able to power up on that top side, get the momentum. They go side by side for the race lead here in 3 and 4. Michael Blessings off of turn number 4 will lead lap number 1. Blessings out there in front. Cam Tucker now trying to make that top side work. Tucker up into second now, as now it looks like Bobby Manley able to get to the top side, but will once again go back to the middle. A lot of great racing here, a lot to keep our eyes on as we see 3 wide racing around the Lernerville Speedway. That takes a lot of skill. Further on back, we get some more 3 wide here as Ron Hart in the middle of Shane Yates and Dan Lloyd. They try and continue to make it work. Kate Gailey having to be very conscious with the throttle to not get in the back. And look at this, 4 wide here at Lernerville. They make it work as it looks like Brandon Marlowe didn't get the turns 1 and 2 that he wanted. He almost gets shuffled further on back, but everyone trying to get to where they want here. We have a little bit look further back as Richard Murtaugh a little bit out of sorts on the front stretch, but able to find a slot. He is up to 12th here at the moment. He has Nick Baum right in front of him as well. Both those guys picking up their last chance qualifier wins, and both these guys trying to get to the front of the track in a hurry. Out in front, though, we had a battle for the race lead for a second. Cam Tucker able to take the race lead away from Michael Blessed. So our tonight's quick time qualifier, Cam Tucker out in front last time by, best lap by anyone on track, a 15.83 from our race leader. He is ripping the top here as now Blessing's under fire from Bobby Mattingly for second. Mattingly trying to make that inside line work. Blessing goes back to that middle. They stay side by side off of turn number 2 right behind Jordan Tucker, trying to find any sort of opening anywhere he can go as Blessings gets a little bit out of sorts. This could then open up the door for Tucker, but Tucker not quite able there to capitalize. So we'll see if Tucker goes to the top. No, he won't. Though one of Blessings will take that line away. Once again, go to the middle, and here comes Justin Thompson, one of the biggest movers so far here tonight. Thompson once again trying to go for that podium spot. Finished second at Eldora. He's looking for some more. Justin Thompson right here in the battle, in the mix of it. As Thompson now to the inside of Blessings. They both get around Tucker. Here comes Thompson. He will try and make a slider. A little bit contact, some more contact as they stay locked together. Thompson able to get clear, though. Will slide the 01 machine as Blessings. Does he have an issue? Is his car not running right, or is he trying to do the big tire save here? As 01 car up and over, Justin Thompson able to get that great move done. Now we'll lose quite a few spots. Thompson able to rejoin, but all the way back in 10th. So Thompson able to make that move, but throws it all the way the next corner by sticking a right rear tire over. So far, clean and green from the A main here, folks. As so far the biggest thing, Thompson sticking a right rear over. And like I said, folks, pre-race, it is all about leaning back in that rocking chair. I mean, how aggressive do you want to be? Can you be right on the edge of tipping on over without going over the edge? As we see these drivers continue to flirt with that right rear on that cushion. I have a feeling we'll see more and more of it all night long. Out in front, though, Cam Tucker able to have a half a second advantage over Bobby Mattingly, who's also ripping the top thing quite a bit back to our third place runner, Jordan Tucker. And where did this guy come from? Dan Lloyd rocking and rolling in the 4th position here. Lloyd having a great run. And Michael Blessens currently rounds out the top 5, as here comes Richard Murtaugh, Nick Baum here in the battle as well. So these guys able to go, as Michael Blessens a little bit of issue into turn number 1. He gets a piece, I think, of the front stretch wall, rips off that right front, I believe, whole right front quarter panel. We'll see a good shot here down the front stretch. And yeah, Blessens missing some body panel, so you got to wonder, did he affect that steering in that right front, as Blessens' cars may be going from bad to worse here, as now he has his teammate Tucker Holliday all over his left rear. This were the front 2 runners here taking the green flag right now, not running up near the front, but are they playing the long plan here? Are they big time tire saving? As we have 20 laps in the books here, Cam Tucker continues to have the advantage over Bobby Madley. Both of these guys looking for their first wins in the series. Would mean a lot to either of these drivers. Both getting pretty close. Cam Tucker having a top 3 finish. Bobby Madley having a handful of them the few seasons that he has run. So it is going to be a battle. Who wants it more if it stays green flag? As we head back to that battle for 8th. Now Holiday up on the top side. Michael Blessens in the middle. Blessens will have to get on out of it just a little bit more. He will slide back to the 9th position. Further on back, Trevor Madley trying to work over the 46 machine of Kenny Haight. Haight able to get that momentum. He might bring along Davin Markham, as now Markham will go on around. So Trevor Madley off the pace here, but maybe a little bit of that strategy is Trevor Madley trying to save some tire in case a yellow flag does come out. Maybe not, as Madley here jumps the cushion. Madley able to get merged back in the track, but Madley now finds himself all the way back in 20th position. Not the form we've seen this season so far from the 13T. You got to wonder, what is different? What has changed in that camp here? As further on back, Tucker Holliday has caught Dan Lloyd. Lloyd, I believe, had some sort of an issue because he has fallen back to 7th within a lap. So Lloyd, I believe, stuck a tire off and has paid the price with only a handful of spots. So one of the better recoveries, if that is in fact what happened. Up front, we see our race leaders getting a little bit of lap traffic. They are catching the back bumper of the 51 machine of Ron Hart. So Hart gonna try his hardest to stay on the lead lap, but Cam Tucker gonna try and lap him as quickly as possible. Tucker goes down to the inside lane. Ron Hart will jump the cushion, so that will allow the leaders to get on by fairly easily. Hart able to get that car back up on the racing surface here, but we'll hope for a quick yellow before the 43 machine of Davin Markham goes a lap down. It's about a corner separating the two of them, so we keep an eye here. But man, Bobby Mattingly has kept the 53 machine of Jordan Tucker honest. If Tucker makes a mistake, man, Mattingly is right there to take advantage. As one car with an issue, Tucker Holliday will jump the cushion there in 3 and 4. Holliday will come back on track all the way back in 17th. So a tough break from the 16 machine, making a rare mistake, and he is paying the price for it now. As last time by, they saw the cross flags halfway down, halfway home here for Cam Tucker. And these top 3 have checked that out, and they are hoping and praying no yellow flags. They're hoping to keep it clean and green here at the moment, as we headed for an intense battle from 14th, 15th, and 16th. 14th right now, Aaron Kirby. 15th, Cade Gailey. 16th, Trevor Mattingly. So these cars, some of the closest out on the speedway at the moment, as everyone kind of spread on out here for a little bit. Everyone trying to find their lanes, trying to find what's working, what is not with their cars, as we are deep into a long green flag run. The 46 machine, Kenny Haight, up and over on the backstretch. He will rejoin here and only lose a couple spots, as these guys towards the back hoping and praying for a yellow. Guys up front hoping the exact opposite, hoping to keep it clean and green as we head back to our race leaders that are getting oh so closer to this battle of those lap cars. You can see them off in the distance there in turn number 2, and it is going to get wild as we'll jump on board with our race leader and see what he is doing here and see his lap traffic get ever so closer. We ride on board with Cam Tucker. How precise our race leader has to be each and every lap as he sees a long line of cars in front of him up on that top side here at the Lernerville Speedway. This is, of course, race number 4 of the American Sim Racing Club Pro Late Model Series, season number 3, rocking and rolling. I tell you what, some great battles throughout the field tonight and throughout the points. As I tell you what, this is some not-miss racing here, as who would have guessed these guys showing up with the skill level. You know, it took some heat races to maybe get out those yellow flags, but I tell you what, so far, oh, as Nick Baum jumps the cushion on the backstretch. Baum with a big-time mistake, doesn't lose any spots, but loses a lot of track time to the 33 machine of Richard Murtaugh, who has continued to catch these race leaders here tonight. As Cam Tucker gonna go into some big-time lap traffic here in just 1 second. How will this shake on out? So far, clean and green. First 40 laps have been green flag racing here, just showing the skill of these drivers to be able to race hard, keep it on the edge, but not pushing on over. As Cam Tucker continues to try to work this inside lane. This opens up the door for Bobby Mattingly on the top side. Mattingly up top, Tucker down low, Markham having to get out of the throttle, not get into that 92 machine of Childers. And that opens up the door now for Bobby Mattingly, new race leader here tonight, the 3M machine. Now Mattingly has to put up the tall order. Can he get around these lappers without losing too much time? Cam Tucker now out of the groove and losing spots. His brother Jordan Tucker able to get on around. Now Richard Murtaugh also through that mix. So these guys right on top of each other here as the 92 machine continues to stay on the top side, and they are checking on up, trying to not run over the car in front of him. Now Bobby Mattingly will lose the lead. He will try to make that inside line work. Not happening in 3 and 4, as that is a tough break, as Mattingly now sees the cars go on away. Mattingly will go all the way to the bottom, try and make that track as short as possible. He put a tire into the grass there, just trying to get that thing to rotate, but not working on out because he continues to lose some time here. New battle for the race lead. Jordan Tucker able to take on over Richard Murtaugh, tries to work over Tucker now. This time by, we see 13 laps to go as Tucker able to get around Childers. He will park it. No, he'll make contact with the lapper. More contact further on back. The 92 machine almost goes around, somehow keeps that thing straight, but a tough break to bomb one car up and over the cushion. That's a 789 Designs car of Garrett Marshall. Marshall able to rejoin, but wow, that was hectic there going on. Lappers being a big time factor here tonight, costing a handful of people some spots, as Baum has not had any luck, but still able to stay up in the top 5 somehow after everything that has happened. Out in front, our last 2 race winners, Richard Murtaugh trying to go 3 in a row. This time by, he gets 2 open palms from the flagman. 10 laps to go. Murtaugh trying to go 3 in a row. Jordan Tucker right behind, trying to pick up his first ever ASRC win. Tucker will drive it in there deep, get right to the back bumper of Murtaugh. How will they navigate this lap traffic? It has proven oh so tough to get on around these guys from this inside lane. It looks like McDougal will step a tire over the track. Murtaugh will throw a big slider to get up to that top lane. McDougal will try and cross him on over. This will open up the top side for Jordan Tucker. So now Tucker trying as hard as he doesn't have too much tire left. Can he muster up enough to get back to the race leader, his brother Jordan Tucker in third right here? he's kind of coming on back. How much tire does he have left? And Bobby Manley right there as well. With this is open back up the door for Nick Baum. And now Justin Thompson, who has caught these back couple guys. Thompson able to get the nose to the top side of McDougal, so Thompson able to be there as well. Is out in front of Murtaugh, side-by-side battle, and so far clean and green from our A main. It goes Murtaugh, Jordan Tucker, Bobby Mattingly trying to get around Cam Tucker, able to make it work. Cam Tucker will try the slider on back here, 1 and 2. Nick Baum will also throw it down in there, hoping these guys get checked up on the top lane. That's exactly what happened as Baum now sticks a 3 wide. Bobby Mattingly will just get clear. Mattingly almost throws the right rear over the cushion. This is some great racing from third on back. Here comes Justin Thompson now entering in the mix. Thompson now up in the top 5, able to get around at least Bobby Mattingly at the moment. Here comes Dan Lloyd. Where did Lloyd come from? Lloyd now in the mix big time with 3 laps to go. Man, some intense racing here. We've gone flag to flag, full coverage with this race because there's been a lot of great racing here tonight. As off of turn number 4, Richard Murtaugh, the Rocket, will see popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more laps to go. Murtaugh doesn't have to do anything crazy. He can hang out there, 1 car up and over. That's our 2nd place driver, Jordan Tucker. Tucker with a heartbreak here late. He will rejoin back in 8th, but he had 2nd, about all wrapped up. Richard Murtaugh just needs a couple of clean corners. As further on back, 3 wide, hard racing from 2nd now. Up in front, Richard Murtaugh will pick up the win at the start finish line. He will do it. Nick Baum will hang out his 2nd. Cam Tucker will finish last car on the podium. And man, some great racing there late here tonight. But Richard Murtaugh, the Rocket, man, what a run he is on. Picking up now 3 race wins in a row as he will park it on the front stretch here at Lernerville. We'll go to commercial break. On the other side, we will be talking to our top 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back after commercial break.
The American Sim Racing Club, home of the fastest growing fixed setup league on the server, the Dirt Pro Late Model Series, presented by Horsepower Happenings. Every Sunday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network, watch the server's best battle for more than 50 laps at some of the nation's most grueling tracks. From the Bristol Dirt to the Charlotte Dirt Track, Kern County to Fairbury, over 24 drivers a week put it on the line for a shot at over $600 in the championship points fund. Join us every Sunday night at 9:30 for the ASRC Dirt Pro Late Model Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
Alrighty, folks, we head back trackside now to talk to our 3rd place finisher. That is being piloted by Cam the Man Tucker. So we'll see if he has a word with us here up in the booth. Cam, do you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet in the booth here.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Alrighty, Cam. Man, what a night for you here tonight at Lernerville. Walking away with a quick time, a pretty good heat race run, and then lead a bunch of laps here. Come up 3rd with a photo finish with Nick Baum. I mean, tell us how we're feeling as we come home on the podium.
I was really wanting to win it, burnt the right rear up about halfway through and was just trying to hold on to it.
Yeah, you, your brother, and Bobby Mattingly, you look like you guys were all struggling with that right rear traction. I mean, what lap did it seem like, uh-oh, this thing is definitely gone?
With about 15 to go.
Luckily, you're able to at least keep it back on the top side and keep your foot in it. With a little bit of calamity and some guys just pushing that envelope a little too hard, able to walk away with a 3rd. I mean, how tough was it to be up on that lip for 60 straight laps and not make a mistake?
Oh, it was hard. It was hard. I was trying not to follow my brother when he went over.
Yeah, that was a tough break to your brother Jordan there with 2 laps to go to stick a right rear over. I'm sure that team chat was heartbroken.
Oh, yeah.
But Cam, you walk away with one of your best finishes up in front. I forget what race last season, but a technical track like tonight, and able to walk away with your head up high. I mean, what makes you good at these very technical tracks? Because it seems like you really put yourself on another level when it comes to these tough tracks.
Yeah, I just like tracks like this. I like them when they're really banked, and I like this track because it ain't got no wall around it.
Alrighty, Cam. Well, maybe for the viewers at home watching, first time interviewing here this season, what's your sim setup like? What do you got for maybe wheels, pedals, and what are you looking at these days?
I just got a Logitech G920 with an old monitor.
Man, so once again, another dirt driver showing you don't have to have the big high dollar rigs. You can get by with just raw talent, and Cam, that's what you did here tonight.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, Cam. Well, before we let you go here on the front stretch, I'm going to go hand over the mic to you in the 53 machine, walking away with the Quick Time Award and a third place. Who do you got to thank who might be watching to give a shout out to, and a big thank you for the great speed you had here tonight at Lernerville.
I really just gotta thank Kentucky. They tell me where to be most of the time, and FMS, Aaron, he's got me looking pretty good.
Yeah, he does, Cam. Well, once again, huge congratulations to you and that 53 team here tonight. Go celebrate. I know you wanted to win so bad, but to walk away with a third place with this competition, got to feel pretty good with that.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, folks, that was Cam Tucker. Cam the man getting the job done here tonight. We'll finish third. Then we'll head up to our runner-up finisher, winning one of the 2B mains. Nick Baum, do you got a copy?
I'm here.
Alrighty, man. So, already talking to you once tonight. Second time here. You finished with a photo finish second. Nick, I got to ask, how was your race? It seemed like it was very eventful from the O2 machine.
Yeah, it was really good. We got off to a hot start for sure, and it felt like me and Murtaugh were passing cars left and right, and I was just following him, and me and him were just swapping back and forth, passing cars, and nothing but respect to him. He raced me real clean. I raced him real clean right there as we were coming through the field, and I kind of knew it was going to be a me and him battle all the way to the front. So it was, and we were able to get there at the end. He saved his stuff a little more than I did, and he picked his moves better than I did, so he got to the front a little quicker. But I had to battle with them guys, Bobby and Cameron and all them, and I hate to see what happened to Tucker there, but that's racing, and we were just able to get there.
Yeah, I tell you what, Nick, awesome run from you. We go 60 green flag laps at Lernerville. I don't know if that's ever been done before, but you started deep. Same with you and Richard, able to get through the field. I mean, that shows you how good you guys are at not only being, quick behind the wheel, but that very next step, navigating the field very quickly here tonight to do it all in green flag laps. That is very impressive.
Yeah, it was actually a really good race. It was kind of top dominant, like I thought it was going to be. I thought the bottom would come in a little bit more towards the end, but there's just nothing down there, especially with being fixed setup. There's no way to set up to go down to the bottom or gear to be down there, so you kind of just have to go with what you're dealt and just follow everybody else.
Yeah, it's some great racing. I saw you and Murtaugh glued together. I said, oh yeah, Baum's going to let him make the holes, and he's going to follow right through. As Nick, once again, awesome run by you here tonight. I believe first time on the podium this season. So how does that feel to be with this competition, to be, up front with some of the best?
It's a good feeling. I definitely feel like we could have had a win last weekend, but it just didn't go our way, and that's racing. So I'm glad we were able to do this. I don't think I'll be anywhere in the points chase since I missed the first 2 weeks, but I think I'm going to keep running them and just see how we do.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot on the line, and we love to see out here, Nick. You definitely bring the racing intensity up to another level. So, Nick, before we let you go and celebrate P number 2 here tonight, I'm going to go hand over the mic to you and thank who you got to thank once again for parking it now on the front stretch in the main event.
D1RT, most of all. It's all them. I'm just driving. I got to thank you for putting on the broadcast again, Zach, and all them guys for putting on the league. It's a good time. It's a good group of cars, and it's a consistent group of cars, which is nice to have. And like you've seen it tonight, 60 green flag laps. You can't find that anywhere. So that was good. I got to thank Hooker Harness, Klein's Brand Source. They all helped me out a ton.
Alrighty, Nick. Well, I know you probably wanted to finish one spot better, but once again, congrats on that second place. Nick, you have yourself a great rest of the night.
Thank you. You too.
Alrighty, folks, and we now head down to Victory Lane for the third week in a row. This guy gets the job done. It is the Rocket. Richard Murtaugh, you got a copy.
I do.
Man, oh man. Does it ever get sick getting up here on the front stretch of these races? I mean, 3 in a row. That is impressive.
No, not really. It's always awesome being on the little victory hill right here. So, just kind of glad we were able to pick drivers off when we were, and just kind of put ourselves in position to be able to maneuver through traffic really well. And I think that's what really got us the win tonight, was just kind of how we played lap traffic and all that.
Yeah, I was going to say, working through not only the field but lap traffic. I mean, you and Nick Baum both picking up your B main wins here, talking to me twice here tonight, but you both finished 1-2 to go through the field tonight like you had, especially green flag laps, was very impressive to watch. Like you said, navigate not only the lap cars but also the whole entire field as you guys started, I believe, 15th and 16th.
Yeah, it was I figured it was going to be a race between me and Nick. I just had a weird feeling that it wasn't going to have any yellows, because everyone was really cautious with driving over the bank. So I felt like going into this race, everyone was just going to be saving and not being aggressive. So I kind of went for it, and I knew if I wanted to get this win, I needed to be in front of Nick when we really got single file and started picking up the pace, and that's exactly what I did. We swapped back and forth going through the traffic the first half of the race, and then once we got to fourth and fifth there, it was kind of me following him, and then we went flip flop, and I got in front of him and picked up the pace and was able to run the top three down, and we were about 2/10 a lap quicker, both of us, than them, and we both knew exactly what we needed to do, and the results showed, first and second.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was an impressive run here. But Richard, I mean, I didn't think we had it in the bingo cars to go 0 yellow flags. I mean, how, I don't know how it is to have a race here at Lernerville go flag to flag. I mean, that is awesome to see here. How to feel out there in the car. I mean, that had to be kind of mind blowing, because it's like any lap, oh yeah, there's definitely a yellow coming.
There was a couple moments I really thought we were gonna have a yellow, and it just never came. So it was a really fun race. I knew literally the whole time, if like you need to be on that top. If you went to the bottom, you were getting freight trained, and that's exactly what happened with all the leaders. They instead of following the lap cars, they kept jumping down, trying to make moves on them, and they'd get freight trained. I watched the top three shuffle around multiple times doing that, and I didn't even bother passing any of the lap cars. I just got behind them and just kind of slowed the pace down and really didn't push it too hard, and was able to just kind of drive away from them while they were all battling and using their tires up.
Yeah, I mean, those lap cars seemed like it was almost impossible to pass them from the inside lane. Luckily, you not having too much pressure out the back, able to ride on around, because yeah, it seemed like whenever that leader went down to that inside lane, they were just getting shuffled straight to the back, let's say.
Yeah, it happened quite a bit, and I knew exactly when I got to them that I needed to follow them and not jump out of line, and that's exactly what I did. We all me and Nick caught up to them, and I just kind of ran nose to tail and was waiting for them to make moves and be impatient, and just kind of swooped in there and was able to grab the lead away from them, and just kind of drive away, and that really didn't push the issue, and I think that's what really got the win tonight, was just kind of picking my battles when I needed to.
Yeah, and that you did a great job at doing, and not only picking those right battles, like you said, but saving that tire with it, because it seemed like for sure those top three, once you got to them, definitely burned out that right rear. It was just so impressive to see you and Baum and kind of the rest of you guys that saved tires running through that field.
Yeah, I was watching way ahead of me, and I noticed the top three really were picking up the pace and separating themselves from the rest of the field, and I knew I needed to pick up the pace, and that's kind of what I did. I was kind of pacing myself off them, and then once I got to fourth, I was really able to reel them in and catch them about 2/10 a lap, and once they got to lap traffic, it was kind of game over.
Yeah, that it was an impressive run for you, Richard, but an impressive stat. You keep going 3 weeks in a row. You have parked it down here on the front stretch in victory lane. So, Richard, before we let you go, I'm sure you're getting good at this part. Who do you want to thank and who might be shouting out to watching live on the broadcast here tonight at Lernerville? Getting 3 in a row here for the 33.
Gotta start out with all the guys at the Discord Premier Racing Setups. We got Shane, Michael, Tucker, all them guys. They were a lot of help tonight. Just kind of, we all had a game plan going into this race, and they saved their tires way more than I did, and I felt like if we got a yellow, one of them guys would have been right there to pick the win up. So I felt pretty confident one of us was gonna get that win there. So shout out all the guys at the Premier Racing Setups Discord, Rocket Racing Graphics, 180 Flood Drive Properties, Armar Racing, Unrivaled Photography, VP Racing Fuels, Outlaw Virtual Graphic Designs, as usual. You for putting this on, all the admins, and everyone for watching.
Alrighty, Richard. Once again, huge congratulations, making it 3 in a row. You go on and celebrate this win, and we will hopefully catch you next week at Fairbury. Have a good one.
You too.
Alrighty, that was Richard Murtaugh making it 3 in a row for the 33 as he parks it on the front stretch from race number 4 of the American Sim Racing Club Pro Late Models. Of course, American Sim Racing Club being presented by Horsepower Happenings. Horsepower Happenings is Michigan's leader for short track racing coverage with a weekly podcast all year long and social media coverage of select events. Find Horsepower Happenings on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So that will do it here on the front stretch. Richard Murtaugh making it 3 in a row. Let's find out tonight's final standings as the 33 goes 3 in a row. Richard Murtaugh, the Rocket, picks up the win. Nick Baum in the 0-2 will finish second. Cam the Man Tucker, with his best finish of the season so far, will roll off third. Fourth going to the 3M machine of Bobby Manley. Rounding out the top 5, this guy was making a charge there late. Part of the HotLap Heros stable. Dan Lloyd will finish fifth. Sixth will go to the 98T of Justin Thompson. Seventh is the 518 of Joseph Grandy. Eighth going to Jordan Tucker with a heartbreak there towards the end, able to stay in the top 10. Will finish 8th. 9th going to the 37 of Brandon Marlowe. 10th is the 01 of Michael Blessings. Trevor Manley in the 13T 11. 12th is Shane Yates in the 11. 13th is the 91 of Aaron Kirby. 14th, Cade Gailey in the 27. The 16 car will finish P15th. That is Tucker Holiday, with 16th going to Kenny Hay in the 46. 17th is Tanner Tallarico in the 1. And Nicholas McDougall will finish 18th, one lap down. 19th is Davin Markham in the 43. 20th will go to Casey Childers in the 91. 21st is Ron Hart in the 51. And Garrett Marshall will round out the field in the 789 car. So that would do it here tonight. Got to, of course, shout out all the sponsors, that being Horsepower Happenings, FMS Rapid Graphixs, American All-Star Crate Late Model Series, HotLap Heros Racing, Pay to Win Setups, and TNT Racing Engines. Also, we got to shout out all the live viewers tuning on in here tonight. Thanks again to all you guys, and of course the replay viewers that tune in on a later date. I've been Brett the Jet from Turn 3 Racing Network. Be sure to check out Turn 3 throughout the week, as we have a lot of great broadcasters, a lot of great series that we are showing, and we are live most nights. We just hit 3,000 viewers, so we got to thank 3,000 subscribers. So we got to thank all of you guys clicking that red button and subscribing. We couldn't do it without you guys. So I've been Brett the Jet, and I just flew by you from race number 4 at Lernerville. We'll catch you next week for 75 laps at Fairbury. Everyone take care, have a good one, and we'll catch you later.
The American Sim Racing Club, home of the fastest growing fixed setup league on the server, the Dirt Pro Late Model Series, presented by Horsepower Happenings. Every Sunday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network, watch the server's best battle for more than 50 laps at some of the nation's most grueling tracks. From the Bristol Dirt to the Charlotte Dirt Track, Kern County to Fairbury, over 24 drivers a week put it on the line for a shot at over $600 in the championship points fund. Join us every Sunday night at 9:30 for the ASRC Dirt Pro Late Model Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network.